Say that once more.
You're the sweetest boyfriend ever.
I know that. Thank you.
Are you recording?
I recorded that.
Such a jerk.
I'm not a jerk. I'm a good person. Very good person. Anyways, topics for today's video with High Carb Hannah
Hello.
is taking responsibility for how you feel. So what we were just talking about, and I was just like, oh, we should totally do a video on that because this is what, would really kind of help people in relationships. And then you're like, well, that's how, people should feel with everything in their life, is taking responsibility for how they feel. So what are your thoughts on that, High Carb Hannah?
Well, I was just saying how our relationship hasn't gone to shit yet, so
Yeah.
It's probably like a good sign. But then I also said that like when we do have little things that bother us, we realize why it bothers us, and that like the way that I feel isn't because of something you did or said. It's just the way that I reacted.
Yeah.
And then you were like, well, everybody would have like a great relationship if that's how they all thought, because they would take responsibility for how they felt instead of blaming another person. And then I said, well, that would be great if people did that in their life, period, and like didn't blame their boss for how they felt, or like their car breaking down for how they felt, or blaming the situations outside of themselves for how they felt, and realizing that it's how they felt that caused that situation.
Absolutely. So why do you think that people blame external circumstances for how they feel?
Because they don't actually know how like the law of attraction works and like how life works.
Sure.
Because they think that everything's happening to them and that they're just like a circumstance of external forces, when really it's everything inside of themselves that's creating the world around them.
Right. Something that I really like from the book Feeling is a Secret, so the one by Neville Goddard, is that he basically talks about, it's only like, it only takes you like 30 minutes to read, so if you get the Kindle edition, it's a good investment, is that basically he says that the illusion is that most people think that everything is happening to them. So when you wake up in the morning, basically what he says is that your day is already planned out. So the events and stuff that's gonna happen to you already exists, right? So it's already kind of like pre-planned. And where the difference is how you can actually change your life is your reaction to what's basically going on. So instead of like thinking that all these things are happening to me, they're happening to me, they're happening to me, you're like, I'm creating this in some type of way, and it's my reaction to them, whether I'm either loving or grateful for them or feeling angry and pissed off at them.
Right.
So that's a huge kind of like change, because like a lot of people think that because everything is happening to them, but it's basically your moment-to-moment feelings, which is like really kind of creating how you perceive the world and the things that are happening around you.
Yeah.
High Carb Hannah has nothing to say to that as well.
I was going to say something that I thought about from listening to The Power today, but I totally forgot.
You didn't forget.
I didn't forget.
You're just not in the state of knowing what you're going to say.
Yeah. Well, like Rhonda in The Power, she says that like you create your life. And like what people don't realize is that they're using the law of attraction all the time. So like people always message, like I told you before, like people always message me on Tumblr and they're like, do you think that I could use manifestation to manifest friends or like a new job or like get out of this shitty situation that I'm in? And it's like, well, you use the law of attraction to get into the situation that you're currently in. So like think about the thoughts that you've had for the past month or 2 months or 3 months or whatever, and like realize that it's from you feeling, hatred towards your life and like what's going on, and just feeling like despair and just all these negative feelings that's keeping you in the situation that you're in. So like all you have to do is just change the way that you feel about your current situation and find everything that's good about it and everything that you love about it and focus on that, and then you will attract a new situation into your life that you'll love and that you are like have a different feeling about. But people don't realize that like they're in these shitty situations. Like say they have like a ton of credit card debt or like a shitty job or they're just in a shitty relationship. It's their thoughts about that relationship or their job or their credit card debt that keeps them there and that is what got them there in the first place.
Right.
So if you keep thinking those same shitty thoughts, like it's just going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You have to just change your thought. Like stop focusing on your debt and start focusing on wealth, or stop focusing on like what you hate about your partner and start focusing on like all the things that you love about them, and like think about when you fell in love with them and like all the positive things about them that you love.
Whoa. So you're telling people that they can actually change their life about their thoughts?
Yes.
Really? Something that I'd recommend is to focus on one thought in 1 month. So every single day, every single moment, you're focusing on one thought. So it's something that Kamal talks about in Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It, is basically focusing on one thought for like a long period of time. And what I've kind of noticed since I've started doing that this year is I've been so much more aware and conscious of the types of thoughts that replay themselves over and over and over again. And the funny thing is that we think that we're originating maybe new thoughts, but the reality is we're actually replaying old thought loops that we've had and we've been thinking for such a long time. Like,
yeah, negative ones.
Yeah, they tend to be negative ones. How often are people actually thinking like, wow, I freaking absolutely love myself. I love my life. Like everything is so amazing. I'm so grateful and feeling so amazing about everything in my life. Like,
I was thinking about that today. I was just thinking about like Valentine's Day, and then I was thinking about like the only time that people actually like really express their love truly for the person that they care about is like on some holiday that's been, commercialized through huge industries. Mm-hmm. They give like thanks for everything that they're grateful for on Thanksgiving, and like when do people like really sit down for 5 minutes and just like write everything down that they're grateful for, or like tell their partner everything that they love about them, and like mm-hmm. really appreciate the moment that they have and like what they have in their life, because like it could be so much worse.
Definitely could be, but that's something that people tend to not want to do, and that's something that I've really been learning, is that like we do have really these crazy negative thought patterns like that just happen over and over and over again. And I've realized that because I have started to try introducing like new thought patterns in, and I have noticed that things have started to like change in my life, which has been absolutely fantastic. Like obviously Hannah's come into my life, which is cool. Hey Hannah.
Hey, I'm here.
And amongst some other things as well have been changing as well. So it definitely, I'm not going to tell you, like I don't like to tell people that this is going to absolutely work in your life, because
it depends on their belief.
Yeah, it depends on your belief, but what I'd rather say is like, you can hear all the testimonials in the world and stuff, but that's not going to build the belief and the conviction in you that it's going to work for your life. So it's like, try it out, like test ride, then decide, right? So try it out in your life, and then you're actually going to be able to see whether or not in your life this actually makes a difference. But you have to actually give it like an honest, good effort for like 30 days or 60 days or 90 days.
Well, yeah. I'm sorry. I always tell people, because people message me on Tumblr all the time, and they're just like, I tried this for like 3 days and I wrote down everything I wanted, and like I don't have it yet and it's not working and I'm really terrible at this. And I'm like, well, the law of attraction works like the law of it works for the law of attraction. So if you think you're shitty at it and you think that it doesn't work and you don't believe in it, it's not going to work at all. Like you actually have to, I think that's why like now I can like things in my life change so much quicker and they're so much more powerful, and I'm on like this different vibration just because mm-hmm. I believe in it so much, and I live like every second of every day. And I realize the second that I start feeling like a lower vibration, I'm like, what's going on? Something's going on. Like, yeah. And I am constantly just trying to like raise my level of happiness and like love.
So how you can build conviction and how you can actually build your belief in it is to keep reading the same books over and over that talk about it. So if it's like, if you want to believe in the law of attraction, then read The Power over and over and over again. So it's a book by Rhonda Byrne. Just read it over and over and over again. Read it for 20, 30 minutes per day, because then you're going to keep instilling those same thoughts in your mind over and over and over again. And if you keep doing it over and over and over again, every single day, over and over and over again, then you're constantly going to be thinking those much more often.
Yeah. I read it every day.
Every day. And you listen to it every day.
And you read it every day.
I listen to, I haven't read it for a while actually, but I do listen to it every single day. So I listen to it. I listen to it before I go to bed, sometimes when I wake up. So
yeah.
So moral of the story, take responsibility for how you feel, because what you're thinking and how you're feeling is basically dictating the life that is being presented to you. So
and another thing that I listened to today was that if you're feeling like angry or like in a bad mood or whatever, like you can't attract happy people to you if you have a shitty mood. Like if you're angry and you're feeling like frustrated and stuff, you're just going to attract like more people that have that same vibration towards you. So yeah, just feel happy and know that like it's not because of what other people are doing. It's everything's responding to you.
Exactly.
You just can't blame other people at all.
Taking responsibility. Big thing that not a lot of people like to do. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Hannah, for chatting with us.
Oh, yeah.
You're so cute.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Peace out.